यन्मायावशवर्ति विश्वमखिलं ब्रह्मादिदेवासुरा यत्सत्त्वादमृषैव भाति सकलं रज्जौ यथा हेर्भ्रमः यत्पादप्लवमेकमेव हि भवाम्बोधे स्थितिर्षावता वन्देऽहं तमशेषकारणपरं रामाख्यमीशं हरिम्। श्रीराम जय जय राम ॐ श्रीराम 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 जय राम श्रीराम जय राम जय राम जय राम सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। कुंदेन्दीवर सुंदरावति बलौ विज्ञानधामावुभौ शोभाढ्यौ वरधन्विनौ श्रुतिनुतौ गोविप्रवृन्दप्रियौ मायामानुषरूपिणौ रघुवरौ सद्धर्मवरमोहितौ सीतान्वेषणतत्परौ पथिगतौ भक्तिप्रदौ तौ हिनः ब्रह्माम्बोधिसमुद्भवं कलिमलप्रध्वंसनं चाव्ययम् श्रीमच्छम्भुमुखेन्दुसुन्दरवरे संशोभितं सर्वदा संसारामयभेषजं सुखकरं श्रीजानकी जीवनं धन्यास्ते कृतिनः पिबन्ति सततं श्रीरामनामामृतम् श्रीरामनामामृतम्। We were seeing in KishkindaKandh the meeting of Hanumanji and Bhagavan Rama and Lakshmanji. Hanumanji is sent by Sugriva in the form of a Brahmana, Brahmachari, and he is asking Bhagavan, "Who are you?" Bhagavan gave an ordinary answer. Although Hanumanji said, "Are you Naranarayana? Are you Lord of the universe?" Bhagavan said, "I am son of Dashrath Maharaj. That is my identity." But Hanumanji recognized the Lord and fell at his feet. So we saw different reasons how Hanumanji recognized it. One is, when the Lord reveals himself, the devotee recognizes the Lord. It is not in Bhakta's hand, but it is in Bhagavan's hand. Bhakta's role is only to seek God wholeheartedly. To reveal is Bhagavan's Ichha. Then as Shiva Avatar also, he had heard in Akashavani, when Brahmaji, all the avatars had gone, Bhagavan had said, I will take avatar in Dasharatha Maharaj's home. Then in Padma Purana there is one story, Padma Ramayana, there is a story where Hanumanji had spent some time with Bhagavan Rama when Bhagavan was small, younger than 5 years. That time he had spent time, then he was returned back to Anjana Devi. Through all this, Hanumanji recognized Bhagavan. But Bhagavan asked him, who are you? Hanumanji says, Bhagavan, I asking you who are you is justified. You asking me who are you is not justified. Jiva can ask, who is Ishvara? Ishvara should not ask, who is this Jiva? And he feels different things have come together. He says, Bhagavan, your Maya is so powerful, it has deluded me. Anyway, I had so many vices. On top of that, your Maya has caught hold of me. Now I don't see any way out other than your grace. On my own effort, I don't see myself crossing over Maya. You will notice this tone in many devotional texts. On one hand, they praise Purushartha, but on another hand, they say, if at all anything has to happen in our life, it will happen only through grace. The thing to be careful is, Purushartha minus God gives rise to ego. Self-effort minus God can give rise to a very strong ego, saying what? I have done great things. Those great things might also be good things. Overcoming anger, is it a good thing or a bad thing? Good thing. But if somebody feels, I have conquered anger, that becomes spiritually a bad thing. Worldly people might not consider ego to be bad. But as far as spiritual journey is concerned, our biggest obstacle is ahankara. So Hanumanji says, if at all I have to cross over Maya, it is only through your grace. Saying this, he falls at Bhagavan's feet, letting go of his Brahmana form, comes back to his Kapi Deha. This is where Bhagavan lifts him, embraces him, and Goswamiji writes here, he bathes him with his tears. Means whatever guilt was there in his heart, that he removes by giving his love to Hanumanji. And he says, Sunu kapi jiya manasi jani una. This is the 4th chaupai in the 3rd Doha. Means one chaupai above the 3rd Doha. This is where we had left off last time. He says, Hanumanji, listen to me. It was not that I didn't love you. In fact, I love you twice as Lakshmanji. Right in front of Lakshmanji, he says, I love you twice as my brother. And everybody calls me as equanimous. Samadarsi mohi kaha sabako. Everybody says God is equanimous. Sevaka priya ananya gati so. But that is not true. Whoever is my Sevaka, that Sevaka is very dear to me. I don't hesitate to be partial towards that Sevaka. This advice Brihaspati ji also had given to Lord Indra. Do you know when? When Bharat ji was walking towards Chitrakoot and Indra Bhagwan wanted to put some obstacle there. Brihaspati ji, who is the guru of Indra, he scolded him. He said, you have 1,000 eyes, but not even one eye is there through which you can see clearly. Sahasraksha is Indra's name. And the reason he gives is this. Somebody who is devoted to the Lord gets protection of the Lord. So if you are waging a battle against a devotee, indirectly towards whom are you waging a battle? He says towards Bhagavan. This was also the first message Bhagavan Krishna told Sanjaya. The day before the war, Sanjaya comes to talk to Dhritarashtra, telling exactly the same things Arjuna was going to say in first chapter. Why wage this battle? Isn't it good to be desireless? Why are you unnecessarily asking for those 5 villages? Bhagavan listens. He doesn't even listen. He is sitting right in the front. When Sanjaya comes and he says, go and tell Duryodhana, waging a battle against Arjuna means waging a battle against me. Because he has surrendered to me, his protection is my responsibility. Bhagavan repeats the same point here. Sevaka priya ananya gati so. I am not equanimous. Because that Sevaka has something special in his heart, Bhagavan says, I shower more grace. Now, this point onwards builds the foundation for Sundarakanda. Hanumanji, generally what we are familiar with is fearlessness. All the great work that he did. He jumped across the ocean, found Sitaji, burnt Lanka, came back. But what was in the heart of Hanumanji, you will find in KishkindaKandh. What is his first bhavana in his heart? Bhagavan, I belong to you. Action doesn't come first in his case. What comes first is devotion to Bhagavan. Expression of that devotion you will find in Sundarakanda. No lethargy. Whatever work is there, he will do it cheerfully. These are all qualities of a good Sevaka. First quality is devotion to Bhagavan. See, karma becomes karma yoga only when that element is added. Somebody who does lot of work, is very busy, is a good person. When will you call that good person a bhakta? When his heart is in Bhagavan. When he remembers the Lord in his heart, any work done with that bhavana is karma yoga. Second quality of a good sevaka, no lethargy. Anytime anything is needed, Hanumanji says, I am ready. Third quality of Hanumanji, we will see later also. No personal agenda while doing his work. Or you can say work minus pride. Amana. That is our Hanumana. Mana means pride. Hanu means Hanana, one who has killed his pride. That great person, that great mind is represented in Hanumanji. Otherwise, it is very difficult to identify what is right and what I like. What is right is my duty. What I like is my vasana. So Hanumanji shows his strength as a sevaka because he knows what is right. He is able to do what is right. That is his quality. But all these come much later, Sundarakanda. The seed for that is sown in KishkindaKandh. So that is his Sharanagati. Now Bhagavan says, listen to who is a Sevaka. This definition is very popular. If you can memorize it, it is ideal. In fact, 90% of our Vedas is based on this one definition. 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita are based on this one definition. What is the definition? Who is a Sevaka? Bhagavan says, one who is an Ananya Bhakta is my Sevaka. Ananya Bhakta. Who is an Ananya Bhakta? That is his definition. So ananya jake asi matina tarai Hanumanta. Ananya Bhakta is that one who doesn't waver from this understanding. What is the understanding? Main Sevaka. I am the Sevaka. Who is my Lord? Sacharachara Rupa Swami Bhagavanta. Chara means that which moves. Achara means inert. If you want to capture this whole world in 2 words, you can say Chara, Achara. Immovable things and moving things means things which are inert, things which are alive. The Lord who is expressing in the form of this world is my Swami. And I worship this Lord. There are different stages of devotion. One stage is where we see world and also God. Or we consider Bhagavan as different from this world, but I have faith in Bhagavan. What is Bhagavan's definition of Ananya Bhakti? He says this Bhakta doesn't see world as different from the Lord. Do you see the fine difference? I believe in God. But you ask, what is this? I say, it's a watch. What is it? It's a mountain. What is this? It's a river. But Ananya Bhakta is the one. He says, this is Rama, that is Rama, this is also Rama. Mountain is also Rama, river is also Rama, watch is also Rama. That's why you must have seen in some bhandara, when they come to serve rice, what do they say? Chawal Ram. When they come to serve roti, what do they say? Roti Ram. Because that is the buddhi we need to create. If I have studied scriptures and I walk away by saying this is world, our scriptures say before studying also you said that only. After studying scriptures, after living a life of sadhana, the epitome of this, Bhagavan Rama tells Hanumanji, is to see this world as God. And what is the greatness of this Ananya Bhakta? He never wavers from this understanding. What happens in our case is, when we see mountains and rivers, we are able to appreciate that is God. But if we come across a person whom we don't like, then if somebody says, this is also God, I say, that is problematic. What is our understanding of Ananya Bhakti generally? Oh, if I go to Krishna temple, I don't go to any other temple. Bhagavan says that is one understanding of Ananya Bhakti. But true Ananya Bhakti is, this devotee doesn't see anything other than God. This devotee doesn't see anything anya, other than Bhagavan. He says that is Ananya Bhakti. Now, in Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter through 12th chapter is to explain only this point. How does Bhagavan start 7th chapter? He says, Arjuna, you are very dear to me, that is why I am going to teach you further. Even though you haven't asked any question, I am still going to teach you. Generally, Arjuna asked something, Bhagavan answered. 7th chapter, Bhagavan says, you are very dear to me. And his first teaching is, if you understand your essential nature to be God, that is knowledge. God consciousness, replaceably you can use. If you have understood your essential nature to be Sakshi, that is called as Jnanam. Bhagavan, is my course done? I have understood my essential nature to be Sakshi. Only 6 chapters are completed. Bhagavan says, no, there is something more. You also need to gain Vijnanam. What is Vijnanam? Wisdom. What is the true wisdom? That same consciousness is appearing as this world. Essential nature of this world is also consciousness. What I call as river, what I call as mountain, I call as objects. Essential nature of those names and forms is the same Chaitanya, which is my essential nature. Unless you understand this, Bhagavan says, I won't allow you to graduate. From Vedanta study, if you only graduate by understanding my nature is God, my nature is consciousness, he says it's only 50% Vedanta. Remaining 50% is to appreciate creation is also nothing but that consciousness. Bhagavan, very difficult to see whole creation as consciousness. Bhagavan says, see some vibhutis in different places. Himalaya you can see God there. Ocean you can see God there. So Vibhuti Yoga he describes. Then 11th chapter he says, now you saw God in creation, now you see creation in God. One by one, how much will you see like this? This whole universe is in me. That becomes his Vishwarupa. See the beauty of this one definition? Ananya Bhakti, Bhagavan says, is elaboration, capsule form of elaboration of bhakti. Now there is one thing we have to reflect more. If somebody is able to get this understanding, all beings and objects are God, how should their transaction change? Whenever they are interacting with people, whenever they are interacting with objects, it could be in family, it could be at work, one part of our mind should remind us, this is not only a person, this is my Bhagavan. Swami Shivananji Maharaj had a disciple, Swami Krishnananji. He was Guru Bhai of Puja Gurudev. There are many pictures of both of them together. One day Swami Shivananji asks him, Swami, tell me what sadhana I do. Now Guru knows what sadhana Shishya does. If Guru asks Shishya what sadhana I do, how will Shishya know? So Swamiji said, I don't know Maharaj, what sadhana you do. He said, early in the morning in our ashram, we chant Purusha Suktam, Narayana Suktam. My sadhana is, when the gardener comes, I see that same Purusha, I see that Narayana in that gardener. When the cook comes, I see Narayana in that cook. If Narayana pervades this whole universe, why should we exclude few people from that great Lord? He said, that is my sadhana. Seeing Bhagavan in creation. Whatever Ragadvesha might have gotten created, that Ragadvesha should mellow down. Because it is no longer a person, it is my Bhagavan who is interacting as this person. If this understanding comes that creation is my Lord, I will not hesitate to do Lord's work in any part of this world. That is the vision, one of the vision. Swami Vivekananda, Puja Gurudev didn't hesitate to spread Lord's name in any part of this world. He said, entire world is Bhagavan's. where is it that we cannot do Bhagwan's work? By the way, first international trip Hanumanji only did. Where did he spread Rama Katha? First international Rama Katha. Hanumanji and Vibhishanji. Whole night they took Bhagwan's name, Bhagwan's Katha. He said, don't just label a place because majority are like something. Majority are indulgent. Even in Lanka you will find Vibhishana. That is the glory of this. Seeing Bhagwan's presence in this universe. If you ever get this question, how should I progress in devotion? This is the chaupai we have to remember. Do I see Lord? First of all, do I believe in Lord or not? If I do I see Him only in my puja room? Or can I see Him in this creation? Each one is important. Huh? Don't say seeing Bhagwan in puja room is not important. It is needed, but Ananya Bhakti means not seeing anything but the Lord. Okay. Now Hanumanji requests Bhagwan's friendship, not for him, but for Sugriva. देखि पवन सुत पति अनुकूला हृदय हर्ष बीति सब सूला नाथ शैल पर कपिपति रहई सो सुग्रीव दास तव अहई तेहि सन नाथ मयतरी कीजे जानि तेहि अभय करीजे सो सीता कर खोज कराई जह तह मरकट कोटि पठाई एहि विधि सकल कथा समुझाई लिए दुआ जन पीठी चढ़ाई जब सुग्रीव राम कहु देखा अतिशय जन्म धन्य करि लेखा सादर मिले उनाई पद माथा भेटे अनुज सहित रघुनाथा कपि कर मन विचार ही रीति करिहहि विधि मोसन प्रीति तब हनुमंत उभय दिसी की सब कथा सुनाई पावक साखी दे करी जोरी प्रीति दृढ़ाई सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय देखि पवन सुत पति अनुकूला Hanuman ji saw Bhagwan is pleased with me, he is not angry or upset at me. Hrudaya harasha biti sabasula, because in his heart he was feeling guilty that I took a different form, tried to deceive Bhagwan, wanted to test Bhagwan. Now none of that was there in his mind because he understood Bhagwan is pleased with me. Now he is asking Bhagwan's friendship for his friend. Nath saila par kapipati rahai. Bhagwan, on this mountain, there is Kapipati, king of monkeys. So Sugriva dasa tava ahai. His name is Sugriva and he is your dasa. Technically speaking, both are wrong. Sugriva is neither the king nor is he the dasa. King is Vali right now. And Sugriva had sent Hanumanji to test Bhagwan Rama and Lakshmanji. But Hanumanji says, this is Bhavishyad Vritya. Looking into the future, one who has come to your surrender, whatever has been lost will be given to him, rightfully. And even if he is not dasa right now, very quickly he is going to become your dasa. Bhavishya. And he is asking for his friendship. Tehi sana naat maitri kije. Why should you build friendship with him? Hanumanji says, he is also king, you are also king. Previous line, what did he say? Naata saila para kapipati rahi. Corresponding to that is, tehi sana naata maitri kije. And Bhagavan, both of you are under similar situations. His kingdom is taken away, your kingdom is taken away. His wife Rama has been taken away, Sita ji is taken away. He has been exiled, you also have been exiled. There is one statement in Sanskrit which says, friendship always happens between two people in similar situations. Those who have similar tendencies, similar commonalities, they become friends very quickly. You go to any social gathering, within 15 minutes you will find there are groups. Some who are discussing technology, some who are discussing business. Remote corner you will find study group members. They are discussing, what text are you studying right now? Like-minded people, whatever is your interest, you will find groups like that. Friendship builds like this. Bhagavan, please build friendship with this Sugriva. Deena jani tehi abhaya karije. Because he is your dasa, you will also have to do something for him. What is it? You make him fearless. And you are Deena Bandhu, he is Deena right now. You are the friend of those who are afflicted, and he is truly afflicted right now. Please save him from his fear. You know, in our scriptures they say, there are 3 ways to be fearless. First way is, if a person lives a righteous life, dharmic life if he lives, he will be fearless. Somebody like Yudhishthira. He says, I have not done anything knowingly wrong. That dharma will protect me. Second fearlessness is through bhakti, sharanagati. Sugriva himself is a good example. Later on he says, with your grace, O Lord, all fears about my future have gone away. Future is uncertain, but it doesn't make me anxious anymore. Why? Because I have built a bond with you. I know that you are with me. On that strength, no uncertainty bothers me. Third fearlessness is through Advaita. When we know only that non-dual truth exists, there is nothing else to be afraid of. That understanding brings fearlessness. So here, Sugriva's fearlessness that Hanumanji is asking is second one, Sharanagati. Bhagavan, he is your dasa. Please remove all fears from his mind. You know, this portion gives very unique insight. What is Hanumanji asking? Bhagavan, please build a friendship with Sugriva. And that too, he is not asking Sugriva to come down. He could have summoned, right? Anyway, sign language only he had to give. He could say, please come, Bhagavan is here. Hanumanji says, with great difficulty, Jiva goes up. Spiritual ladder. He cannot, please don't ask him to come down now. You only have to go and meet him. We have 2 well-wishers, true well-wishers. Puja Guruji calls it 2G, God and Guru. Friendship we can build with God, not with Guru. Have you noticed this? For God, you can call him by so many names. You can also call him Kanha. You can call him Makhan Chor. You can call him Bhole Baba. You can call him Ram Lalla. But with Guru, only reverence. If Guru shows friendliness towards us, that is his greatness. But disciple should not think Guru is my friend. That is a unique bond we can build with Bhagavan, which has its own glory and importance, and another kind of bond that one should build with Guru. Sakha Bhava should be with Bhagavan. Because from Guru, we have to gain knowledge. Whenever there is Sakha Bhava, knowledge transfer is not possible. It will be Vada, not Samvada. Vada means what? Person A also is contributing something, person B also is contributing something. Together you try to understand the subject. Samvada means one is Guru, one is Shishya. Between them transfer is possible. That's why we say Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Yoga Shastre. Not Vade, Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade. But Bhagavan is willing to be our friend also. So Hanumanji says, Bhagavan, don't delay too much. So Sita kar khoja karaihi. Friendship will not be one-sided, Bhagavan. He will help you also. He will help you get Sita ji. Jaha taha marakata koti pathaihi. He will send his monkeys in all different directions to find Sita ji. So your friendship will be reciprocated by Sugriva. This is my promise. Bhagavan must have asked, why does he need my friendship to help me? He says, Bhagavan, right now his ability to help is limited. He is very afraid of that Vali. First you have to remove that fear. Then he will help in whatever way. Ehi bidhi sakala katha samujai liye duao jana piti chadai. Having explained this katha, Hanumanji took Bhagavan and Lakshmanji on his shoulders. Jaba Sugriva Rama kaha dekha. As they were going up, Sugriva saw Bhagavan for the first time with true heart. What happened in his heart? Atisaya janma dhanya kari lekha. He felt his life has become blessed just by looking at Bhagavan coming towards him. Such a great bhakta, such a blessed bhakta. Bhagavan is coming to him. Sadara milai nai pada matha. With lot of respect, he meets Bhagavan, falls at Bhagavan's feet. Bheteo anuja sahita raghunatha. Along with Lakshmanji, he meets Bhagavan. Valmiki Ramayana gives more description. He said, Sugriva met with lot of fruits, lot of other flowers. And Hanumanji, he was now the host side also. So he brings a branch of a sandalwood tree with flowers. And he gives it to Bhagavan. Formal friendship is beginning. In formal function, if you see bouquet exchange, first bouquet exchange happened here. It is written, sandalwood tree branch he brought with flowers. This particular line which is there, right? Sadara mileu nai padanatha bheteu anuja sahita raghunatha. And the previous one also. Sadara mileu nai padanatha. That line, this is the bija vakya of KishkindaKandh. Just like in Kashi, Bhagavan Shiva gives liberation through Ramanama. Bhagavan Rama gave liberation to Sugriva starting from this Vakya. All Sugriva needed to do was Sadara Mileu Nai Padanata, surrender to Bhagavan. After that, Bhagavan says, you are my responsibility now. कभी कर मन विचार ही रीति करी हही बिधि मो सन ए प्रीति. He says, Sugriva is thinking in his mind, I am a helpless monkey and this is Lord of the universe. Will he shower his love towards me? Will he accept me as his friend? I doubted him. He has his own doubts. But Bhagavan was anticipating meeting Sugriva. Bhagavan wanted to build a friendship with Sugriva. You know how? When he was leaving Shabariji's ashram, Shabariji had told him, Pampa sarahi jahu ragurai, taha hoi Sugriva mitai. You go to Pampa Sarovara, there you will meet Sugriva. So Bhagavan in his heart wants to meet Sugriva, make friendship with him. Now Sugriva also feels, I need to build a friendship with God. You know what this tells us? Whenever we feel, I need Bhagavan in my life, I need to connect more with Bhagavan, we should be assured Bhagavan is already thinking that way. He is already thinking, this devotee has to come closer now. If at all that thought comes, this prasanga should be our assurance. On the other side, Lord is already waiting. Now, Hanumanji is the mediator. Taba Hanumanta Ubhayadisi ki saba katha sunai. From both sides, he narrated the story. What happened to Sugriva and what happened to Bhagavan Rama. Whatever he knew, he narrated. Pavaka sakhi deyi kari jori preeti drudhai. He lit a fire, and in front of that fire, he built a friendship between Sugriva and Bhagavan Rama. Now this portion, we have to reflect a little bit more. Bhagavan has met Nishadraj. Bhagavan also met Vibhishanji. And he accepted both of them as his friends. But there was no formal function in forging friendship with either. Only with Sugriva, there is a fire which is lit, and Bhagavan says, I am your friend. Many Mahatmas give a lot of symbolism behind this. They say Hanumanji took 2 blocks of wood, rubbed it against each other, then he lit the fire. The wooden block is Sugriva, and the fire is Bhagavan Rama. The wooden block needs the fire to light up. The fire needs the wooden block to sustain. Hari Om, Hari Om. So Sugriva needs Bhagavan Rama, Bhagavan Rama needs Sugriva. Once the wooden block is well lit, you cannot distinguish the wood and the fire. It burns as one. He says that is true friendship. Both have come together. Who built the friendship between them? Hanumanji. For wooden block to keep burning, what is needed is air. Hanumanji is Pavanasuta. Pavanasuta has to come and build this friendship. And one thing about air is, it remains unnoticed. It will come, do its work and go away. You don't even know where it has gone. That is our Hanumanji. He is not taking credit. He doesn't tell Sugriva, see, your friendship I built. Not even once he mentions this. He is doing his work. You know, sometimes the wood, it becomes damp. What happens when you burn a damp wood? You get smoke. That dampness is our vasana. Sugriva's case also, his vasana comes, bothers him little later. Hanumanji dries it up, makes him ready again. He says, go back to your friend. Don't leave Bhagavan. All other things will come and go. This is your main bond you have to hold on to. That is one symbolism which is given of why that fire is there. Pavana Sutta has to come to meet the wooden block with the fire. Sugriva with Bhagavan Rama. Now this fire has another symbolism. It's very helpful to understand our culture. They say whatever good work we do, the fire is the witness of that good work. Witness of dharma is Agni. That is why we say in the home, every day we should light a lamp. And after lighting the lamp, chant some prayer. That Agni is the Sakshi. Agni is the witness of the good work, dharma that this sadhaka has done. That is why in Ishavasya Upanishad, the last mantra, the devotee prays to the fire. Agnenaya supatharaye asman vishvani deva vayunani vidvan yuyojhasmad juhuranamenah bhuyishtham te nama uktim vidhema. He says, whole life I have lived a righteous life. Bhagwan, the fire is the witness. May that fire lead me to good destinations now. And now I cannot do namaskara, nor I can chant your shlokas, nor I can do my puja vidhi and all. Body is not cooperating. But I can do namaha. Just by saying it mentally or verbally, through that I worship you. Whatever has to be done is already done. So that Agni represents witness, Sakshi. Marriage also you see that fire is there. And they walk around it. That is the witness part of that fire. In Ramcharitamanas, previously, when Bharatji and all others left to meet Bhagavan in Chitrakoot, it is said, why is this mic going away? Hari Om, Hari Om. It is said, Vasishtha Maharshi took his Agnihotra fire and then entered the chariot. Because they would do that Agnihotra ritual as a Grahastha every single day. So he takes that fire along with him even when he is on a tour. That is the glory of this fire. Now this portion which is there of friendship, in Valmiki Ramayana, there are few shlokas which are very touching. Lakshmanji says, having heard all of this, having lit that fire, Bhagavan Rama took shelter in Sugriva. So many verses are there, I have just picked two of them. Esha dattva cha vittani prapya cha nuttamam yashah Lokanathav pura bhutva Sugrivam nathamicchati. Bhagwan, who gained so much of glory by giving away his wealth, once upon a time who was Lord of the universe, Lokanathav pura bhutva Sugrivam natha ichchati, now seeks the lordship of Sugriva. Sarvalokasya dharmatma sharanya sharanam pura Gurur me ragavas soyam Sugrivam sharanam gatah. The one in whom dharma resides, one who is the abode sharana of everybody, that Lord of mine today is seeking sharanagati in Sugriva. That is the humility of Bhagavan, showing true friendship. He says, right now I am doing this role, I should not hide anything from Sugriva. This same portion, Hanumanji also narrates to Sitaji later, because Sitaji asks, how come Nara and Vanara became friends? So all of this he narrates back again. Now you see the later portion. कीन्ही प्रीति कछु बीच न राखा, लक्ष्मण रामचरित सब भाषा, कह सुग्रीव नयन भरी बारी, मिली नाथ मिथिलेश कुमारी, मंत्री न सहित यहाँ एक बार, बैठ रहे उमें करत विचार, गगन पंथ देखी मैं जाता, पर बस परी बहुत बिल पाता, राम राम हा राम पुकारी, हम ही देखी दीन है उपट डारी, मागा राम तुरत ते ही दीन्हा, पट उरलाई सोच अति कीन्हा, कह सुग्रीव सुनहु रघुबीरा, तजहु सोच मन आनहु धीरा, सब प्रकार करिहउ सेवकाई, जेहि विधि मिलिहि जानकी आई, सखा बचन सुनि हर्षे, कृपा सिंधु बल सीव, कारण कवन बसहु बन, मोहि कहउ सुग्रीव सिया, वर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। कीन्ही प्रीति कछु बीच न राखा. Without keeping anything in between, Bhagavan showered pure love on Sugriva. Means the most important quality in any friendship is trust. There should be nothing that acts as a barrier between those two people. Then Lakshmanji, Lachimana Ramacharita Sabha. You might say, just now Hanumanji told stories of both sides. Lakshmanji again narrated Ramacharita to Sugriva. It is said Hanumanji only gave highlights. Lakshmanji narrated Ramacharita, means the power of the Lord. So that Sugriva's mind slowly starts understanding this is not any ordinary person. That much Lakshmanji's words did. Kaha Sugriva Nayana Bhari Bari. Listening to the story, Sugriva was in tears. Milahi Nath Mithilesa Kumari. Bhagavan, we will get Sitaji. She will find her. It's a very unique prasanga. Generally, Ishvara gives assurance to Jiva. And before doing anything, Sugriva gives assurance to Bhagavan. But here we should appreciate quality of a good friend. Sugriva says, Bhagavan, I thought my sorrow was big. Now looking at your sorrow, mine is nothing. He remembers the sound of Sitaji's words. When she was lamenting, all of that comes to his ears. It is ringing in his ears. He says, Bhagavan, my sorrow is nothing. We will find Sitaji. This word Mithilesa Kumari is used in a particular context over here. You know, Raja Janaka is Mithilesha. Their dynasty, the first king was Nimiraja. And Nimiraja had a curse because of which he had to be devoid of his body. So one part of his body was churned to bring forth his dynasty. That churning is called as Manthanam. Manthanam word you must never heard. Huh? And part of it was churned. So that becomes Mithilesha. Mithilesha is the first Raja. And because in a way he is his own father, whoever that Raja was his own father, he is called as Janaka. And all of them were great Brahmajnanis. 21 generations of Jivan Muktas. That is why they were called Videha Raja Janaka. Daughter of this Mithilesha is Sita ji, Mithilesha Kumari. So he says her lineage has come through lot of manthanam. So we also have to do manthanam to find Sita ji. And I'm ready for it. Whatever effort is needed, I will put. Now he tells the story, what happened earlier. Mantrina sahita iha eka bara. Baithe rahe ho मैं करत बिचारा. I was sitting here with few of my ministers. Who are they? Jambavan ji, Hanuman ji, Nala, Neela. Remember, all of them are with Sugriva. We were all sitting and we were thinking something. Then, Gagana Pant dekhi मैं jata, Parabasa pari bahut bilapata. In the sky I saw there was somebody going and one lady was lamenting. She was in somebody else's control, that is why she was lamenting. Parabasa she was. What was she saying? Rama Rama ha Rama pukari, hamahi dekhi, den heu patadari. She was saying Rama Rama ha Rama. Then she saw us. Very quickly she took a small portion of her cloth, put some ornaments and threw it down where we were. Sita Anveshana starts from here. Search for Sita ji starts from here. And it is said in entire Ramcharitamanas, this is the only place where Sita ji addresses Bhagavan as Rama. No other place she addresses Bhagavan by his name. She would either call him Raghurai, Raghunayaka, Raghubira, Karunanidhana. But here she is in so much pain, she just takes Bhagavan's name. And many commentators say, first Rama was to seek attention. Second time she says, Rama, whatever I am giving, give this to Bhagavan Rama. And the last one, Ha Rama comes. Means I am being taken away forcefully. You all have to do something. In one Ramayana it is written, whatever Sita ji gave, these Vanaras did not even open it. They just kept it with them safely in the cave. They knew Bhagavan will come and they have to do their work. Bhagavan says, Maga Rama turatate hi dinha. Bring it quickly. Pata ura lai socha ati kinha. He asks Sugriva to bring it quickly. Sugriva brings it. Looking at Sita ji's ornaments, her piece of cloth, Bhagavan starts lamenting, starts crying. Valmiki Ramayana, there is a metaphor given. How did Bhagavan's face look like? If you have a bright moon, and if it is covered by mist, covered by clouds, how that moon fades away? Like that, Bhagavan's face got covered by tears. Remembering Sita ji, he was lamenting. This is where the famous shloka comes. Bhagavan asks Lakshman ji, do you recognize these ornaments? Lakshman ji says, Naham janami keyure. Naham janami kundale. Then, Nupuretveva abhijanami. I recognize the anklet. Nityam padhabi vandanat. Because I would bow down to her every single day. Keyura means armlet. Kundala means earrings. He says, I don't recognize whether it is Sita ji's or not. But those anklets I recognize. Because I would do pranams to her every single day. Now Bhagavan is lamenting. Sugriva, very interesting, his words are. Kaha Sugriva sunahu Raghuvira. Whatever Bhagavad Gita he had heard, he gave Bhagavad Gita Upadesha to Bhagavan. Tajahu socha mana anahu dhira. Ashochananvashocastvam prajnavadansha vashase. Bhagavan, such kind of lamenting is not good. You are such a dhira purusha. You should not lament like this. He says, I am also in similar situation. See, am I lamenting like that? We will find Sita ji. All of that he says. Saba prakar kari hau sevakai. Jehi bidi milehi janaki ai. See, nowhere he is losing his sevaka bhava. He says, Bhagwan, I will serve you in all ways. Pay attention to the word sevakai. He is not saying, Bhagwan, I am going to help you. Although friends, you can help. Sugriva says, no, Bhagwan, I am going to serve you. I know who I am. I am your dasa. I will serve. In such a way that you won't have to go too far to find Sita ji. She will come to you. See that word. Jehi bidi milehi janaki ai. Ai means she will come to you. Hausla badhate hai na? He is increasing his morale right now. Sakha bachana suni harashe krupa sindhu balaseva. Bhagwan was very delighted listening to Sugriva's speech. Karana kavana basau bana mohi kahahu Sugriva. Bhagwan says, now you tell me, why are you living in this forest? Bhagwan just told you. Lakshman ji narrated the story, Hanuman ji narrated. He says, no, you have to tell it from your mouth. That is Niti Shastra, Dharma Shastra. If I have to fight against Vali, complaint has to come through you. Means you have to put your arzi that I am in difficulty right now. Please do something about it. Sugriva said, Bhagwan, we'll do that. Next Doha is all of that. But whatever he says before, many Mahatmas have elaborated it very beautifully. How he consoles Bhagwan Rama, that part is very nicely. He gives example of Bhagwan's past avatar. He said, Bhagwan, you took Matsya avatar, you brought the Vedas up, like that I will go and bring it up. That is our Sugriva. More we will see in the next session. Aganita gunagana bhushana Rama Bhushana Ashrita Vatsala Jaya Jaya Rama Ayodhyavasi Sita Rama Apad Bandhava Jaya Jaya Rama Dasharatha Nandana Shri Rama Dashamukha Mardana Jaya Jaya Rama Kausalya Sukhavardhana Rama Kamita Phalada Jaya Jaya Rama Papa Vimochana Shri Rama Pattabhi Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Janaki Vallabha Sita Rama Jaya Raghu Rama Jaya Sita Rama Vanara Sevita Shri Rama Varidhi Bandhana Jaya Jaya Rama Hanumat Pujita Sita Rama Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Raghupati Raghava Raja Rama Patita Pavana Sita Rama Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Rama श्री राम जय जय रामा। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।